everybody, we're back. Look
We
who's
are back.
back. He's not
In
dead.
the flesh. Not dead, just not very fleshed out, so to speak. Been a busy man.
Stupid phone.
Oh no, what happened?
No, I'm trying to log in to see the video quality. I always do. And YouTube, as soon as you open up the app, it likes to go to shorts instead of actually what you're trying to watch,
Interesting.
which I really hate that. So
I have not had I have not had that happen to me before.
So, yeah. But we're back, and Nick is back, and we're glad he's back because last time it was very awkward last week.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Dude, it's been
I'm
so
sure
long
it
since
was
I've done a
fine.
solo cast that I'm just like rambling on at points.
Oh, I'm
So-
sure it was fine.
No, it wasn't. You didn't listen to it. I can tell. It was,
I did.
It was kind of cringe.
I have not.
Kind of cringe. It's been
I
a
have
long
not.
time. Oh,
Oh,
here we
yeah.
go. Up, see, look, there's Cody. There's Cody. Oh, and John. Okay,
Cody,
so
what's
that's-
happening? John, what's popping?
So, there you go. Now I'm going to
MJ?
tell you something.
How
Once
you doing, MJ?
once the chat populates and we got people like Dave and whatnot and everybody else coming in, my wife decided to put out a challenge to the audience, but I'll get to that in a little bit.
Nice. That should be
So.
fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So with that being said, how you doing, Nick?
Trying to be organized as a grown adult is not fun.
Remember when we didn't have to do that?
Yeah. Well, I also remember that I was the poorest I've ever been in my life, and I never want to be like that again. So, you know, you give some, you lose some, gain some. So you know how it goes.
Yes, I do.
How
Yes,
are you
I
doing?
do. Yeah.
So okay, that
So,
explains
yeah.
a lot.
This week has been a really rough week for me.
Mhm.
If you guys have watched my last video, my grandmother passed away last week, and
Very
the
sorry to hear
funeral was on Tuesday. So that's why I didn't do too much content this week, and I kind of, just stepped back a little bit and just kind of got my head on straight. But now I'm back. So, and I made an awesome video today. Not really, but tonight's podcast is going to be, dare I say it, legendary.
Legendary. Get it? It's going to be some news.
Yes. Well, he's right. We are going to talk about some news.
Indeed.
So wait, what's Cody saying over here? YouTube has been that lately. It won't save spots in videos like the recent Scott the Waz 2-hour video. Really? I haven't even noticed that. Again, I really haven't been. Not until today. I haven't been watching much. I haven't been playing anything, which brings us to the next spot that we always do, and I'm going to start with you because my answer is nothing. What have you been playing, Nick?
Mario RPG. I've been really, really enjoying Mario RPG. Maybe I'll finish this coming weekend. I tell you, man, just gaming in general. When you have a day off of work, you wake up. For me, it's a fresh little thing of coffee. Maybe you want some energy, gamer juice
G-Fuel.
or whatever. G Fuel.
Gamer juice.
9, 10 o'clock in the morning and just game until noon. Get yourself some lunch. And just know you don't have anything else to do for the rest of the day. That's what I've been doing on the weekends. I have been playing a lot of Apex lately this week. I just have not been
I saw you do a stream the other night. No, it was the other day.
That was on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing with my buddy Splash. Potato and Splash and I have been playing. We were playing earlier before this, and then we're gonna try to get a couple matches in after this stream. So 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. Hello, Nick is back with a white shirt and great lighting.
Yeah, I decided to kick it old school. Brought out
Nice.
the
Bring out
very
the retro
first,
tee.
the very first one, and it's got that weird feeling. When you watch something so much, it's got that weird. It just feels weird.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's about 4 years old now. I think is when I made this shirt.
You keep it clean.
2019.
You keep it clean.
2019. Yes, I do. Keep it clean. That's funny. But yeah, I don't think I've played anything like. Maybe I played one round of Exo Primal on Monday. I've just been watching.
You're still. I mean, that's fair. You're Exoprimal. I'm Apex Legends. So I mean, I get it. I understand it.
But I just really haven't been in the mood. I picked up some new games. I got Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and I got Suicide Squad yesterday. Still haven't played it. I just really haven't been in the mood to play video games. I've literally been just doing nothing but watching wrestling and just vegging.
Yeah.
If I haven't been on the road. So
no, I think that's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
No, I've been on the road. I've been driving trucks, dude. So when I get back and if I take my Genesis when I'm done with work, I feel like I'm in a go-kart and I love it because the car's so low to the ground. So a little bit of ADD just, popping out there, just random facts.
I don't blame you because when I went from my truck back to the Camaro, I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, it's going to be the same thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, oh, I'll tell you something funny. I was, of course, I was in dress clothes. I had slacks and the button up and everything. You know how hard it is to get into a lifted truck when you don't have side skirts, the running boards?
Yeah, dude, I don't know how anyone can get in those things without those.
An off-road truck doesn't have the running boards.
Jeeps,
Because I don't have the running boards because you lose ground clearance.
Mm-hmm.
So normally I can just step up into it. No biggie. I'm tall enough. But with dress clothes, I'm like, all right, I have to get like a running start and then pull up my leg. I'm like,
grab the handle on the A pillar. And push yourself up.
No, they don't have one on the driver's side. It's only on the passenger side. I have to grab the wheel.
But anyways,
and it's only like a 3-inch lift over the old truck. So yeah,
that's a difference.
I'm thinking of adding another 2-inch lift to it because why not? So
for funsies, but
yep.
Anyways, getting sidetracked. Let's get on course to this PlayStation State of Play.
Evaporating. What's evaporating, Cody? I don't know what's evaporating. I have no clue. But thank you. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about before we dive right into this? That PlayStation State of Play was.
Finally PlayStation put out something that was actually good, or should I say just better because Xbox's stuff has always just been so blah lately.
So he's telling me to dive into my truck. I would hit head first into the center console if I did that. So, but you know what? Sony's been pretty mid for the last few, not terrible, but kind of mid.
Just like mid because they popped a couple heavy hitters in there. Amongst
this one was
some stuff.
Really good.
Yeah.
This one, because I was expecting another mid showcase, it made the Xbox Developer Direct just look like a joke. And they didn't put any of that propaganda or any of the snowflakes or modern gaming nonsense. It was, hey, you want some good games? Have some good games. And my mind was blown. And they came out swinging. When I mean they came out swinging, the Stellar Blade. It was Helldivers and then Stellar Blade. And
Stellar Blade is looking like something I'm going to have to spend some time into.
And yes, Cody, we are waiting for the Nintendo Direct, but I think it's going to be worth the wait. I hope it's going to be worth the wait because Sony really did something good here. And after Stellar Blade, because what was the best part you liked about the Stellar Blade? Because we now saw stuff up we've never seen, and my eyes were glued to that screen.
I took a bit. I watched a couple of the trailers. I get a mix between. What is the genre, the theme?
It feels like Devil May Cry with a little bit of Souls-like because of how big the bosses are, but there's enemies that are not Souls-like. It's very DMC. It gave me this very big hack and slash DMC.
Bayonetta with the kind of like actuality of the main character, which I like. And then
Bayonetta is perfect. Because the bosses are even bigger in Bayonetta than they are in Devil May Cry.
I love that it's the Bayonetta DMC, this outworld post-apocalyptic type thing going on.
the different looks, the different outfits she has. One scene she's wearing one thing, you're like, hey, and another one you're like, hey, you know.
I
So
like it. It looks hyper. Like
I'm not a
hyper.
fan of the
Like
voice acting.
to be honest, I have not been paying attention to the voice acting.
It's a British chick.
I'm
Like
gonna
it's
like
not
it
bad.
then.
It didn't fit. It didn't fit. It's
Because
not bad.
she's-
It just didn't fit.
I
Yeah,
gotcha.
everything looks Asian, but a British voice comes out. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird.
I like
But
it.
it's one of those things you'll get used to. It's kind of like Bayonetta. Kind of like Bayonetta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's giving a big Bayonetta vibe now that you mentioned it, I think. But the game looks really good. One note that I put when I was taking notes, because that's what I do during the shows. It gave me that PS2 era action game vibe, but with modern graphics. It's just so good. Something we've been missing for the last two generations.
But give us that good PS2 type of hack/action games, but like make the controls tighter, bring something new to the table, and on top of the graphics, like sign me up. So I'm definitely have my the game's piqued my interest, and I gotta say, not getting too off of topic. Judas looks fantastic.
We'll get to that because I'm going to go down.
I don't want to jump guns. I don't want to jump. If we're still talking about one game, I don't want to go to another. So,
well, the thing is, I'm going to go down the list as they showed. So I have the list here. Next, they showed Sonic X Shadow Generations. Sonic Generations was freaking fantastic, and now you add Shadow into it. It's just like everybody knows I love Shadow. He's red and black. Come on. I use him in my thumbnails.
What did you think of when you had the early release of the last Sonic game compared to what you're seeing now with the
Frontiers?
With X Shadow
Frontiers
Generations? Yeah, it was Frontiers. Yeah. Frontiers was just...
It's like they tried to recreate Sonic Adventure, but put it in a realistic world, and it did not fit. Realistic meaning the visuals, the graphics, not the actual. It just felt off. And I didn't really like it. But this one feels like classic Sonic. It feels like classic Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Adventure and Shadow the Hedgehog. And those were some of the best times in Sonic games.
I mean, I'm rewatching the trailer again, and it has a lot of like both the old Sonic Adventure and new Sonic, like and the old side scrolling Sonic stuff going on. I'm rooting for it. We need a good Sonic game.
Because Sonic Generations was great. I liked Sonic Mania. So Sonic Superstars I thought was kind of meh. They tried, but it was meh. Frontiers, like I said, I didn't like it. It just didn't. It wasn't bad, but I don't think it reminded me a lot of Sonic 06, where they try to mix real world or realistic style stuff with the Sonic. It didn't feel right to me. But there are a lot of people that liked it.
Was that for GameCube, Sonic 06?
No, that was just Sonic the Hedgehog came out PS3 and Xbox 360. The one with all the glitches. Yeah.
Okay. What Sonic game has it come out? Look like at least incomplete. Like not completed. So yeah, I don't know.
So after that, we had a game called Zenless Zero Hour, which I swear I heard of before.
Zenless 0 Hour?
Yeah, it was like, okay, cool. It's a JRPG with a lot of nonsense going on, but I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Is it turn-based, it looks like? I'm double-checking.
I'm not 100% sure.
Ooh, what's up, pink hair waifu? Okay. All right. I can get into this game.
So
this actually looks like a lot of fun.
No, it does, but I was like... It was so much going on in the trailer at one time.
This is absolutely nuts. This is insane. I love it. This is another one that the only problem is I see an awesome game like that, and it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna take you 60 hours to complete, and it's like, I don't have the time anymore.
Yeah, neither do I. I can do certain ones that are like live service, like again, Exoprimal, where I can sit down, play a game, and then go on. Or something that's evergreen like Animal Crossing, which I have, mine stopped at 260 hours. It hasn't tracked any more than 260 hours.
I have
So in
to
like
check the
3
hours
years,
on
it
that.
hasn't tracked anything else.
I miss my island so much. I gotta
Yeah,
go
we
back.
talked about that. We're going to do
Dude,
a code
yeah,
stream,
we'll do a co-stream of our islands. Dude,
a
there's
special edition.
I have
of
an
Ready to
East
Start
Village.
podcast.
I have an East Village and a West Village of residency, dude. And like, I have vacancy for the eastern part of the villages.
I moved everybody into. I think there's only one house now that's up on the mountain, but I created an entire neighborhood, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, I've got flower gardens galore, pet store.
My wife's island there's no empty spots, literally.
Yeah, there's no empty spots on mine. I have a Zen garden. Like we have to do this. We'll figure it out when we can do it. We might have to do it like on a Sunday or a Monday.
I have a wrestling arena.
Well, of course. I used to have one. I used to have a wrestling arena.
I have an entrance set up, and I've got the lights and everything, and then
I have a gym. I have a gym on the island with a bathroom and a locker room.
That's funny because it sounds just like my wife's, but hers is a prison gym. So it's got the prison bars around it. But yeah, okay. We digress. Next game, Foam Stars. Hey, it comes out February 6th and nobody cares because it's Splatoon. Ripoff.
Oh, yeah. Foam Stars? Get out of here, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Next, Dave the Diver is coming to PlayStation with Godzilla DLC.
I mean, the game got rave reviews for like for like an indie game, and you know, I could probably buy the game for $10 now. You guys are probably paying $29.99, $40 for it.
You guys, I have Asus ROG Ally. I have every platform known to man now. I can
so
play
if you want to buy it on Steam, you probably get a better deal. But I'm happy that the consoles are getting Dave the Diver, and hopefully that DLC is free for you guys because I heard great things about the game. Almost bought it, haven't, but looked into it. I might get it on a Steam sale.
Well, what's Cody? Whenever I see a huge paragraph come up over here, I saw a few people complaining about we're saying you shouldn't have to wait 20 minutes to download a game. But all I can think about is, have you ever played a DS game where yeah. Okay, so let's digress just a little bit and then we'll come right back. I put up a short because I was installing Tekken. It's 2 discs. First disc, 20 minutes later, not even halfway done. And then it says, put in the other one. And it was about an hour and some change, and I walked away. And people are defending. They're like, oh, if it's good, it's worth the wait. I'm like, what the heck are you kids? You do kids and just not understand? And I was like, as an adult, we don't have an hour to do this. We have other things we have to do. So we would like to pop in a game and be able to play. I didn't get to play it for another 2 days.
Oh, man,
and I only played Tekken for 10 minutes, and I was like, I don't have time right now. But hey, look, it installed. And that was yesterday. I think I blame the
PlayStation Network. I blame the PlayStation Network for their download speeds because
PS3
I downloaded
was the worst.
I downloaded a demo on my PS4 for Street Fighter 6 and I had to wait 40 minutes. I'm like, if this was on my PC, this would be done in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, D-Man, how you doing? D-Man jumped in. Glad to see it. So people were getting pissed about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a kid. I don't have an hour to sit and wait to play a brand new game. I just don't have that kind of time.
Well, not only that, though, it's like PlayStation just needs to make their network better. I
was playing it on Xbox.
It was Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah. That's 2 discs. 2 discs. I'm like, it's a fighting game. And it was 90 gigs. And I was like,
I can download 90 gigs. I've done it for Call of Duty. I've downloaded more than that, and I off of Steam when I'm doing it off of Steam because that's what I play off of.
Faster.
I get it. I can down. Yeah, your PC's going to be just up. It's just the same up to speed. It's like 15 minutes, man. So I don't know if it's just the way they cap out on data bandwidth for consoles or what they're doing. I have no idea.
Yes, if you got 20, 30 minutes. You've just wasted all your time waiting for this game to install, and you won't get to play it for a day or two. So yeah, and the thing is, these kids complain, and they're like, You're like, if that's the worst thing, that it's not really that. But I'm like, one, I didn't say it's the worst. I said it's one of the bad things about modern gaming.
It's inconvenient as all hell, dude.
When back in the day, even going to 360, just go back to the 360. You pop it in, loading, done, and you start playing. And then later on, they added the installs, but we could go back to 2 generations back, and you could still pop in and play a lot of games. And then back when PS1 and Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, it's boom, you're playing. You know, it's yeah, and yeah, that's another thing. Game sizes are getting so huge that you have no choice but to install off of a disc. Almost, I think it was, I forgot what game it was that I was installing. That was 100 gigs off the disc, not including the update. And I was like,
yeah.
well, I
mean,
have a 1 terabyte in mine.
People want more realistic games. Realistic games with higher fidelity causes higher file sizes.
Now that's another thing. All these games that we're talking about, majority of them are going to have these rather large install sizes.
Jen, what's up, Jen? Yeah, I haven't seen you on stream for a minute. He goes, how about that 150 gigabyte Final Fantasy VII Rebirth size? Yeah, and who else said that in there? D-Man just said that too. Yeah. Final Fantasy VII, 145 gigabytes. Hey, I'll take it. That's fine. I don't care. I have a solid state drive that'll take that down to Chinatown.
See, it's funny because on my Series X, I have a 5 terabyte and a 4 terabyte external, and the 1 terabyte memory card, the V card that goes in the back, whatever it's called, and an internal 1 terabyte. And I'm just like, they're almost all full, all because of new games.
A lot of stuff is almost full on my computer. I am starting to reach that threshold where I might build a new computer, but I have a lot of things I have to take care of first. I'm looking maybe to building a new computer at the end of the year, so we'll see.
See, I think I have a 2 terabyte internal SSD, and I have a 5 terabyte external regular, just a mechanical, and a 2 terabyte mechanical, all on this sucker. So I just transfer everything to the 5 terabyte when I'm done, but I don't play games on my PC. My Asus is my ROG Ally is where I play all my PC games.
Makes sense.
So, but we digress again.
All right, next game.
Now you said you know a bit more about V Rising. What?
Yes.
What is V Rising?
I would be playing with Jin too. Jin came in here, had a good time. V Rising. You pick you make your little character. And it's basically a vampire. He goes, V Horizon. It's a oh gosh, what do they call Diablo? The
dungeon crawler.
It's not a dungeon crawler. You're placed on a map. Okay.
Isometric.
Yeah, isometric. Thank you. It's an isometric vampire game. And any isometric game is going to resemble Diablo because Diablo kind of defined that genre, right?
Yeah.
It's an
if you want to go back further, Gauntlet.
Okay, fair enough.
But no, I think Diablo defined the modern version. Definitely.
Yeah, because it was so popular. But it's an action, like Jin's helping me out here, an action RPG. Jin has clocked a lot of hours in this game. What you could do is you can create, what would you call it, Jin? Factions, okay, on a server. And so you can, there's sunlight and daylight. You build a castle, okay. You break down minerals and wood and stuff like that. So it's like a survival. Yeah, dude, it's just Jin. What's the best way to it's like, imagine Diablo, but you're a vampire and you gain abilities, special abilities, and there's bosses you could fight throughout the map. Some of them are extremely hard. You level up, you build a castle, you share your castle. Let's see, your base is the machine you build to kill your enemies. There you go.
So basically, throughout the game, you have the mindset of all your base belong to us.
Classic.
I actually have a sticker of that right over there.
I gotta post that video on. I'm sure it's been posted millions of times on TikTok, but I still gotta post that. Thing's
because it looked pretty cool. But my problem was if there's base building and management, I'm bad with micromanaging.
A bit.
So,
like you know, if you want to build one thing, you have to get materials and then craft them, and then those materials come out, and then you use those materials to craft things, and then you build. You know, it compounds itself. So
kind of like Pal World. We talked about that,
dude. I have 34,000 views on TikTok on that video. 34,000 views, and then even on Instagram, it got people wild up. I did was I just created that there was a controversy. It's just there was just some people in the community were saying, "Oh,
yeah, I did the same thing."
And so I just said boycott.
People are pissed.
Yeah, people are angry. They're saying boycott. Some are, but not really. Yeah. But everyone was like, yeah, forget Pokemon. And it's like, Pokemon's great. I'm just like trying to create some discourse here, people.
Hey, it worked. You got some good views on it too.
It worked really well. I'm looking at the view I got on, which I never get any views on.
I think mine hit maybe 1,000 views.
7,840 on
YouTube?
On Instagram. YouTube got more, dude. YouTube. YouTube
mine only got
my shorts.
No, for your actual video. The actual
full video didn't get much.
I was a couple days late, so my traction was kind of low.
9.7 thousand views on shorts. For the shorts. Yeah, I got some new subscribers from that. I'm thankful for them. But as far as like the actual Pal World video, 28 views.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, ooh, like I talk up that clip is literally from the video.
But yeah, all your keywords are good too.
Yeah,
I was looking at that. I was like, wait, what? Huh.
Yeah, 28 views, but and
something
that
got
clip
flagged.
I don't know.
You haven't gotten a video with that few views in a long time.
No, dude, even the previous one, 259, the Starfield one, 1,000, Nintendo's Switch announcement, 664. They're pretty decent. I'm breaking hundreds. I'm at least getting 100. Even the new record I put up broke 100 views.
Dude, that was epic.
It's a very...
So we're going to pause for a second. And if you guys have not listened to it, Sirens? Is it Siren?
It's Sirens.
It's plural.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, this is fire. And I was like, ooh, I think you got to change your entire YouTube channel.
No. I have a lot of other, some songs didn't get mixed this week, so that's why it didn't get posted. But some more music is on its way. What are they saying here? Deanna and I burnt through the new content together. So amazing. Many amazing fights. You did Pal World. I did Jen. I did not get Pal World. I did a video on Pal World. Check out my shop posting in the Discord. Anyway, so
let's save a lot of this for the side quest because we're getting to the meat and potatoes of this. Let's
get to the potato and meats. Yes.
You would love the potato first, but I hear you like the meat. Remember the sausage plant?
Dude, I'm a sausage boy, dude.
Silent Hill. We have 2 Silent Hill announcements. The first one was called The Short Message, which just was a miserable joke. And it's free to download. Even, what was it? I think Push Square said avoid it. Don't waste time.
Wow, Push Square even was like, ouch.
They were like, 90 minutes, don't waste your time. There's other things you could do with 90 minutes. Like, I went, ooh, they gave it a 4. And they were just like, oh, they tore it apart for a free game. They said that was probably the only redeeming factor is it was free.
Oh, but even then it's free. They're like, don't even waste your time.
Right. You could play other free games for 90 minutes.
Ouch,
and they're better. Yeah, they destroyed it.
That's on Push Square?
Yeah.
My buddy was downloading it.
Oh, you want me to bring that article up? I'll bring that article up too. Here. Let's see if I can right here at the top.
I'm going to see if
let me pull this up. So share the screenage. Here we go.
There's a reason it's free.
Ghost this one. It says Silent Hill, The Short Message. Ghost this one. Like, it's really bad. Here, dude, I read the whole thing. Conclusion: incredibly bland gameplay and some overly frustrating chase sequences make Silent Hill the short message a chore to play much of the time. While there are some intriguing full motion cutscenes and heavy story details, they're not worth pushing through the dull sequences in between to experience them. Silent Hill the short message is completely free though, so all it's asking is for 90 minutes of your time to see if you enjoy it more than us. Pros, it's free. Some intriguing scenes. Cons, very little gameplay interaction, awful and frustrating chase sequences, poor frame rate. But if you read the whole thing, they just tear it apart.
There's like a user rating. You use 3 user ratings, and it's a 9.3. Come on, guys. Come on, dorks.
Yeah. Let's see what the says. The comments. I don't get it. Did PT have any gameplay? Or they're just yeah. So these people are just defending it just to defend it.
You know what those people should do? Go back to Kotaku. See you later.
And look,
don't go on Push Square. Go to Kotaku.
The animated avatars.
Go back to Kotaku. You wieners.
No one. Yeah. I download it because I was actually thinking of playing it and do like a reaction of how bad it is. Because now that I know how bad it's going to be.
People might watch it just to see how trash.
Yeah. So.
Oh, man.
But Silent Hill 2 Remake looks really good, but hey, it's RE4. It's Resident Evil 4. The gameplay is third person, over the shoulder, Resident Evil.
They mixed up they completely changed the gameplay in it?
What? You didn't watch the trailer for that one?
No, not the new one.
Okay. Yeah. They just showed the gameplay. And it's Resident Evil. It's over the shoulder. I'm this is RE4.
I mean, all right, I don't know how I feel about that now. That's going to completely change up the whole Silent Hill. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not an action-adventure game. This is a deep, dark, moderately paced game.
You know what?
Looks so much like
He's
Leon.
not wrong. Because the current model looks kind of like Leon. So, yeah. So, a lot of people are on the fence about this. I'm going to pick it up because it was one of my first PS2 games I picked up. And I enjoyed it back then. Scared the living snot out of me. Mm-hmm. But I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. So, I guess time will tell. So, next, we're getting on to your game, Judas. And it's not Chris Jericho.
Dude, just if somebody told me that this game was not made by the dude who originally made BioShock, I'd be like,
Ken Levine.
Yeah. This is BioShock, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the name. Because if I'm like, all right, we're gonna play a game called Judas, I was like, oh, this can't be good, you know. But I want to see why it's named that. So
yeah, I mean, BioShock is like one of the best. Yeah, even Jen's like BioShock is. It's just I played that game several times. It's so good.
The thing is, BioShock 1 hyped it up so much, and BioShock 2 was a little bit of a letdown. But Infinite was so much of a letdown compared to the first one, even though Ken Levine was back on that one. It was a lot of story, but not enough intertwining of story and action. The atmosphere wasn't the same. It was very bright and airy, and I don't know, it just felt different.
The whole idea and this whole concept of this whole big city under the ocean was just great. I wonder if they are going to mix in Judas, the world, if all these worlds belong together, because Infinite belongs in the BioShock world. Why wouldn't Judas also be involved
because
in BioShock?
Because it's Ken Levine, it's not the same company. Because remember, 2K owns it, and this one isn't 2K. But D-Man brings up a point. He said, where the heck is BioShock 4? What happened to it? I swear. Yes, BioShock 4 is being worked on. They did announce it, but when are we going to hear about it? Yeah, there is going to be another BioShock game. it's still in the works. And a lot of people were thinking this announcement was going to be Ken Levine returning and not a new game. Others said, oh, it's going to be a completely new game. And they were right. So, but you know how the internet is. So,
but I'm trying to think.
It looks really, really good.
Yeah, I bet you can't wait to go and play Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that because we're going to get into I know your favorite part, the favorite meaty part of this, the VR games.
I love VR games, man.
Yeah, well, the next 3 are all floating hand VR games, and I hate that.
Oh, you need to play Half-Life Alyx, and it'll completely change your mind.
The thing is, it takes you out of the immersion when you just see. It's like, what am I, Rayman? I
get it. Are you being a contrarian right now?
No, I don't like it.
Don't play Half-Life Alyx, and you will be blown away.
I don't have anything that can play it. I had a PSVR
Go play Half-Life Alyx.
The Oculus Quest 2. Mm-hmm. I think we had the Quest 2.
You should be able to play Half-Life Alyx on Quest 2.
I'm not sure if it's Quest or Quest 2. So we've had it for about 4 years.
You might not be able to do it on the Quest. I want to get the new Quest though with the AR on it, dude.
Is that the bad. Quest 3?
I think it's the 3.
Was Quest 2 called MetaQuest?
Yeah,
because the one we have is called Oculus.
I think the MetaQuest was an in-betweener of the Quest 2. It was like the Quest 1 and then the MetaQuest and then the Quest 2.
Because, the one we have is all Oculus Quest.
I just have the Oculus here. I have the Oculus Rift, the first generation main commercial version. So I'm looking to upgrade, and I want the screen's supposed to be better. It could be wireless, it's augmented, and then I can connect it to my PC and like
VR does nothing for me.
Well,
it's cool.
You're not playing the right VR games. I don't think you're playing the right games, man.
I've played all the big ones on PlayStation. I played the augmented reality ones for Windows. I played the Quest ones. No, don't get me wrong. They're cool, but I'm not a big fan of sitting and the thing is I have glasses and none of them fit well with my glasses. And I had at one point I had a little larger glasses. The frames are bigger. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't fit at all. I had to go back to older glasses and I couldn't see as well. So I was like, what's the point? And it's very uncomfortable with my glasses.
What would get you into VR? Like, what does a VR game have to have? Okay, yes, you don't like floating hands. Okay, whatever. That's fine. That's, trivial.
Skyrim didn't have floating hands.
Well, regardless, aside from floating hands, like what to you?
That's what takes me out of it. Because it's like, everything else feels real, but then there's just a floating hand, which I know is supposed to be my hand, but then technically my other hand can go in between. It just removes me from the immersion. So that's first person games with floating hands just automatically remove me from it. But I've played driving games, flying games, the Walking Dead game, the Vader game.
Vader game was fun. I only played the first chapter, but I really, really enjoyed it.
There was a Spider-Man one that I played. It was pretty good. I'm just not a big fan of VR, just also because I have to move furniture. I have a lot of space in my living room where I can move it.
I'll tell you, it's
have to move furniture.
It's a process. It's a process. That's one thing that's why I haven't dipped into VR. I can't tell you the last time I put my VR headset. I think last time I put VR on, it was several months ago in the summer because I had a party over and some people wanted to watch Korn. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. And I was like, yeah, let me show you. Let me take you in for a ride.
Got the Life? Okay, yeah, I remember that album.
What would it take you to get into VR? Everyone else. No headache would be a good start. Yes, people do get motion sickness and headaches. I've gotten it before.
I have gotten headaches from VR, not a migraine, but it also, the headsets never fit quite right. So I don't know. But
with the Oculus Rift, which is always kind of frustrating, is font type and stuff is never purely sharp. And it's always been, and it's like that for anybody.
Same thing with PlayStation VR.
You have 20/20 vision, and when you're trying to look at that type, It's just the way the Oculus Rift is. I believe that the
PlayStation
new,
VR was the same thing. I don't have a PS VR 2. That I don't have.
what would be nice, what would be nice for me is the new Oculus doesn't need like sensors and stuff. So my Rift needs these sensors. My play area is all messed up. The sensors aren't calibrated right. I don't want to put holes in my plaster walls just so I could have these two antennas sticking out.
Yeah, so same thing goes with
So
the
I
new
understand your
Quest
frustration.
and the new PlayStation VR. You don't need all that stuff anymore. So
I heard
okay.
the new PlayStation VR is the best VR experience you can have. It's the best headset. It's the smartest.
I'm not paying $500, $600 for the big bundle for something that I'm going to play once in a blue moon.
Yeah. So we have the Meta Quest 3, 128 gig with mixed reality, is $499.
We got ours on sale one holiday season. The Oculus Quest, I think we got it in 2019 or 2020. And it was like on sale. We got it for like $250.
Free delivery. Man, dude. See, I could buy it, but I need a heavy bag. I need better workout equipment. I'm in debt. Like that takes a lot of debt out of my credit cards.
Right.
I got to take care of some stuff first before I buy a Meta Quest 3.
See, I think, okay, I could buy the PlayStation VR, which I will not make content off of. It's so hard to make content using a VR. And I'm dropping $600 plus tax. You know what add-ons I could do to my truck for that? There's stuff that I want to do to my truck.
You could buy one tire for it.
Shut your face. My tires are
maybe
expensive.
maybe you could buy a tire and a half for $600.
Yeah, I can buy 2 tires.
Okay, you could buy 2 tires for it.
But it doesn't include installation.
$600 could put my racing clutch in my car.
Doesn't put installation, it doesn't include mounting and balancing.
Yeah, there you go.
And I can't do that myself. Not on this truck.
I would love one of these headsets. I just want a virtual girlfriend, dude. Like walk around my house, make some breakfast, and have frickin' what's her name from Blade Runner 2042 come out and say hi to me, and just talk to me. I'm down bad, bro.
With that being said, the games are Metro Awakening VR, Legendary Tales. Yeah, those are the other ones. Hey, but Dragon's Dogma 2, that looks pretty good.
I'm hearing good things about it. Is it actually going to work on, like, are they going to make a Switch port and have it actually work and not crash like 5 hours into the game and never fix it? My friend got stuck at that part. He's like, I can't do anything. They've released no update. They have no announcements on fixing the Switch version. I forgot what point it was.
I think I own it. I don't know.
Yeah, you have over 600 Switch games, man. I'm sure you own
over 700 now. I think I'm at like 730 something.
You're out of your mind. But hey,
not including digital.
Not including digital, yeah.
Digital, I think I'm over 1,000.
What? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good for you. You're crazy, bro. Good for you.
It's been since 2017. Now,
that's true. You've had some time to accumulate.
And I did a lot of stupid things where just for funsies, I would go and see what the cheapest games were on the eShop. Buy those 1 cent games, the 5 cent games.
You know what I get?
What?
I get the Lego games for like $5, $10 when they're originally like $50, $60. I'm like, dude, $10, I got this. I'm taking it. Like Lego Jurassic Park, I got.
My wife hates Legos, so like I have a couple of them digitally, but she can't even. Like I bought them for us to play together, and the first time she's like, no, she gets the goosebumps, and it just bothers her. And it's like, we'll go into downtown Disney where they have a Lego store and they have all these Lego sculptures. And she just looks down and goes like,
oh, she gets creeped out by him. By like the texture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
It's mean, but yeah.
Is there a word for a phobia of Legos?
Legobias.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guarantee you there's a phobia of
Legophobia.
Laterophobia. Laterophobia from the Latin brick is the fear of Legos. Laterophobia. She has latorophobia. Poor thing. Anyways,
Yeah, I just don't have any Legos, so.
Yeah, well,
I have some, but I've not put together. They're still in the package.
So what game? Yeah, what game are we on?
Rise of the Ronin, and I put is giving me Ninja Gaiden Black vibes. And people are saying, some people are trying to, they call everything a Souls-like. I'm like, no. Have you ever played Ninja Gaiden? The movement, the fact that he can do the hovering, with the little glider, and he's using the hook shot, and
just
the way he moves around
traversing
the
around, he's flying around.
Very
on the
Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, it feels very, 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 very Ninja Gaiden.
I'm getting Ghost of Tsushima vibes too.
That was the other game I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Which I need to pick that game up. However, I'm sorry, it's very difficult to play these later PS4 games on a regular PS4. The frame rate drop, it's choppy. It actually makes me a little motion sick.
Yeah, I could see I could see Assassin's Creed vibes in it too.
Assassin's Creed for sure. I really liked the first one when it came out, man. I loved it. I absorbed that game deeply when Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 came out. I was Ezio, dude.
I think the one that I played the most was Valhalla. Just kind of was I
was burnt out from Assassin's Creed when Valhalla came out. So
what's the Assassin's Creed 3 was the Native American one, right? That was too much story, not enough gameplay.
But a good one that they spent more time on was the one in Egypt.
I like the Pirates one. Yeah, Odyssey.
Odyssey, thank you. Yeah, Odyssey.
I like the pirate one because I like the sailing the pirate ship and then doing the fight with the sharks and stuff like that. I just thought that was the coolest part to me. But
I mean, dude, okay. Speaking of pirates,
Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins. Odyssey was the Greek one.
The Greek one, okay. They're bringing Sea of Thieves to Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
I might have to just get it for a physical if they come out with a physical or a special edition. I love Sea of Thieves. I was telling Potato and Splash, dude, I've clocked hours in Sea of Thieves, bro.
You've never told me about that.
Hours in Sea of Thieves.
Oh, boy. That's right. You kept making the comments about the controller. Put two and two together. There I am, stupid me.
No, it's okay, dude. I lost myself in Sea of Thieves. I would solo a sloop, dude, and I'd have kids at 6 a.m. I'd be like, "Yo, can you guys just f off?" No, nope. We're gonna get ya. We're gonna get ya. And dude, and they play like pros, dude. I'm done. I spent an hour and a half on the eastern side of the map, the western side of the map, the most difficult area. I got all this loot, dude. I'm cashing in. I'm just trying to go to an outpost. And I got these freaking 10-year-olds, dude. 6 a.m. on a Tuesday, just screwing me over. It's like, bro, go to school or do something, man. But I had good memories, though. Good memories.
I've only played maybe about 2 hours of the game altogether. I would gladly start over if you just wanted to play that.
I
didn't want to play that alone. That was one of those games I felt very playing alone.
No, and you can play alone, dude. You play on a full was it a brigantine with a full cast of pirates, dude? Oh man, dude, you see sloops and mid-sized boats, you just ram them.
Okay,
launch yourself through cannons, dude, and get on the ship and just mess everybody up, sink their stuff, dude. Oh,
I never even got to that.
Oh, dude.
You know what happened to me? So I encountered a glitch. As soon as you start, you're in that cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
You make your way out, and then all of a sudden, our ship is under attack, me and 3 other players, and then all of a sudden, the game glitches and we're all back in the cell. I'm like, wait, what happened?
The game's come a long way.
And then we're doing the same thing, and the attack has happened again, and then we're all back in the cell, and we're like, what's going on? Now we're underwater. And I'm like, wait, we're not drowning. And then it did it again, and it just kept infinite loop.
I haven't ran into that. I haven't ran into that.
Dude, we're talking about when the game came out.
Yeah, dude. When the game came out, like it had mixed reviews, but as the life has gone on with the game, it's unbelievable. And if you play it on, you know how beautiful the game looks, dude. The ocean and everything.
I haven't played it on Series X yet. When I was playing it, it was on One X. So let's finish. We got 3 games left, and then we'll get into the what do you call it?
We could do a quick side. We could do a quick side quest. I do want to jump back into Apex Legends. So we got
Until Dawn. It's coming out for PS5 and PC. Enhanced, all that other stuff. Nothing crazy. They didn't redo it like the fake remasters that are Last of Us 1 and 2 remasters where they just like shine some poo on it to make it look even pooier. No. And then we got Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Zero freaking interest. Zero interest.
Now he's got a gun.
Here's the thing. I'll play Death Stranding eventually, but I'm just, I think the worst fans are Hideo Kojima fans. They're like the Taylor Swift. They're like the Swifties of the gaming. Kojimis, dude. You guys are the freaking worst, bro. Like, seriously, take a step back. Damn. If you go on Instagram,
I just thought it was weird.
If you go on Instagram, dude, like, it's obnoxious. I think Hideo Kojima is extremely intelligent and creative and just has just amazing, beautiful ideas. But hot damn, are his fans the worst. It's like he can do no wrong. I just don't like when there's a fan base around somebody where they idolize him so much that they can do no wrong. I just on a human being scale, get out of here. Go away.
There's only one fandom where I say cannot do no wrong.
Yes, of course. Likewise.
Jesus.
It's the Jesus.
There you go. Just in case you couldn't tell.
It's the Jesus.
The Jesus. That makes it's the Jesus. He's here to save you.
He's got this ripped chest. It's like his cloth like goes over. He's got these massive
like, it's salvation
shoulders.
Time.
It's time for salvation. Anyways. But I'm sorry, I went off tangent on the fandom for Hideo Kojima. I have a lot of respect.
It's not coming out till 2025.
Great. Why did you even announce it then?
I guess
it's February. I guess
I get it looked weird, but there was that one doctor, her face mask was 2 hands. 2 gloved hands. It was the weirdest thing, and the puppet moves really weird, and I'm like, it was creepy.
I watched like half the trailer. I'm like, okay, man. I don't blame him for how bad the last Metal Gear was. Phantom Pain, was it?
Phantom Menace.
Is it Phantom?
No, Phantom Pain. Yeah,
Phantom Pain. I just like listen. One of the best Metal Gears, and I've said this before on this podcast, is the 3. Yes, is Snake Eater, and I don't know why we didn't get new Snake Eater footage, but it looks amazing. Can't wait. It's in the Unreal 5 engine. That's why it looks amazing. So that's going to be amazing.
There's a new guitar controller. I don't know why.
Oh, I mean, hey.
PDP. So whatever. But the last announcement was Kojima's a new tactical espionage action game. Basically their version of Metal Gear. As a PlayStation exclusive.
What's it
probably going to be PlayStation 6.
What's it called?
There was no name. They just said espionage game.
Yeah, I'm reading right here. Next generation action espionage game. Yeah, this is what he does. This is what Kojima does. This is what makes me not a fan. He trolls everybody.
And then when it came out, it zoomed out of the PlayStation event, and then you saw Columbia Studios. I'm like, so what are you saying? It's going to be a movie?
Seeing it right now. I'm seeing it right now. Yeah.
And who
Columbia
cares if
Pictures.
it's not?
No, it's called Pheasant. Or no, what is this? Pheasant?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
But the game, some articles I was reading says it's going to be PlayStation 6. Okay, who cares? That's 4 years from now. At earliest.
At earliest. Again, and if we want, the thing about
I'm gonna be 44.
we don't let's not talk about age. All right, I'm not feeling it, but I know 40 is around the corner at the end of the year.
Dude, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, you got to wake up because you got to pee, and then you're hunched over. You're like, oh, why do I feel like, oh, I'm 40? And then growing up, I was always someone who would like to sit on the floor, play video, even though I have a couch behind me or something. I like to sit on the floor, and then sometimes and then I go to get up. I'm like, oh, let me not do this anymore. Yeah. It's like, hey,
stretch, dude. Get some yoga. Get some stretches.
I'm old, and I had back surgery.
Okay, yes, we talked about the back surgery.
But yeah, I'm gonna start the gym again after MegaCon. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. I've lost 8 pounds on the diet, so that's good.
Good. That's good. That's great.
And with that being said, we're completely done. And unless you want to talk about Xbox sad news, which I kind of touched on, like let's summarize it because I got Microsoft. Okay, real quick. Microsoft announced they're now $3 trillion company. They laid off 1,900 employees.
That's a lot of people.
Closed down their physical game production department. Might outsource it to third parties, and no more physical games for any of their first party stuff. It's all going digital. Everything that they announced for the next consoles are all going to be the refreshes that are coming out this year are all digital. So people are pissed, and it looks like even with all the ActiBliz money they've made, consoles are they're not making any money on consoles. So yeah, there you go. What a crappy state for Microsoft, even though they've made so much freaking money.
Because they want to make more money. That's bottom line.
And hardware doesn't make them any money. Just go the way of Sega. Just go the way of Sega. But they don't want to. They'll keep producing the cheapest version of a little black box they can to say, hey, it's on Xbox and PC, just so they can stick it to Sony. At this point, I'm a physical game collector. If Microsoft says, okay, no more, it's a Game Pass machine. If it's on Game Pass, I'll play it. Otherwise, I'm buying it on PlayStation or buying it on Switch or Switch 2 or Super Nintendo Switch. Or
wait until PlayStation announces that.
I got Suicide Squad day before yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I haven't played it. It's just because, Nick, you want the spoiler? If you guys don't want to hear it, mute it now. I'm going to spoil the ending for it.
Yeah.
And Nick wants you definitely want to hear this, Nick. So, if you guys don't want to know, mute. Just mute it now if you don't want the ending. But Harley shoots. Okay. Batman in the head and kills him.
That's the ending of it?
Yep. She literally killed the Justice League. The only one, and you do know the only one who isn't affected is Wonder Woman.
Okay. Is he wearing his? Is he wearing?
Yes. Shoots right through the cowl. Right through the cowl.
That is the
dumbest
thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. So apparently that's what sets up Gotham Knights.
Yeah, which
that's
that
what
game. That game
is
hot. Looks like hot trash too. So.
Yes, we will be up on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah. So I bought my wife wanted the game, and I did want to play it. I know it's going to be a disaster, so I did buy it because I had credit, so I bought it.
Are we sure that's 100%?
Oh yeah,
100% that's what she does.
Somebody beat the early release copies, because if you bought the deluxe, they went up a day early, and then some reviewers got it 2 weeks ago.
I wasn't going to play the game. I was not going to play the game, so I don't care. That defeats the whole. That
it is disrespectful.
Everything that Batman ever was. You don't think Batman knows? Oh, that is dumb. I hope that game fails for just having low creativity. Congratulations, team. What team worked on that game?
The real team, the ones who did Rocksteady.
Rocksteady did this.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Hire the people who actually wrote good stuff for all the other Batman Arkham games.
Okay, Rocksteady, but the heads of the company are not the same as they were before.
Exactly.
I bet you if you look them up, it'll tell you. You'll see, and you'll go, "Oh, that's why."
Watch that game fail.
Oh no, hands down, it's already failed.
It's already failed and it just came out.
One, you can't play single player without being connected online. And yes, the single player is 9 hours long. Oh yeah. Avengers 2. Definitely Avengers 2.
It's going up as Avengers 2.0 sometime to see. It's going to good.
Oh,
good.
Sorry.
Good. They should fail.
Yeah.
I don't want it to. I feel bad for the people who put their heart and soul in creating the levels and the textures and the animations and the voice
people who
acting.
Actually worked on
the
it.
People who actually worked on it.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Not the losers who are making more money trying to dictate what gamers want. And just because you're...
Why do you think Nintendo and Japanese companies are doing so well?
Oh, they keep foreigners out of their stuff. They're very pure. Japan has always been a country about purity. Okay? Don't call me a racist. Don't call me any... Look up the history of Japan. That's Japan.
Facts don't care about people's feelings.
Japan will shun people who are mixed Japanese that are all Japanese. They're just from different parts of Japan. There's like a certain purity of Japanese that you have to be in a certain area. Yeah. It is insane. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, they make their games to the best possible standard for the most part. Mm-hmm. That's why, and look at it, Stellar Blade, they're not Japanese, but they're Korean. They're South Korean. And they just pretty much told, I don't know how many people that were complaining on Twitter, because those are the Twitter complainers, not the people that actually use X.
Or people who even play the game.
If they complain, I say you're a Twitter user. But yeah, they were like, hey, you can just shove it up your bum. We'll just say it that. I was trying to find a nice way to say it. But literally they were like, oh, if you don't like it, don't buy it. I don't care what you think. Yeah. And they're like, oh, this body type is unrealistic. And they're like, this is the model. You see her? That lady right here in this video, that's her. And then they're like, well, that's not realistic. She's real. They're touching it. It's like, she's real.
Really? You know what else isn't realistic? These dudes who bodybuild, who have like, are bigger than Superman, that look like frickin' superheroes.
But that's okay.
That's okay. But we can't have unrealistic expectations for women.
You mean
but
just
it's okay
an average,
for men.
like a regular woman?
A regular woman who's just regularly fit. Just like, not even like crazy fit. Just semi-athletic.
Right. Can't have that. It's unrealistic.
Sorry about that.
Whoopsie. Oh, what a night. But that PlayStation Direct was, or the PlayStation Direct.
I think I have that animation. Do I have that whoopsie animation? I have that animation on my commands. Toasty. No, he goes toasty. I could actually do that for my stream.
I wish we could do that here. There's got to be a way we could do that through something like that through StreamYard.
Anyways.
But that state of play was pretty cool. That was
good stuff. Cool. Something to look forward to. It's always exciting when it's like, well, what are they going to come up with next? Work's been crazy. Yes. And I think for that, I can listen on Spotify over and out. Thanks for stopping by, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Well, so since he's going to listen on Spotify and everybody else, hopefully they rewatch this, I'm going to make an announcement that my wife and I came up with. This was really her coming up with it because of what Dave has been saying over the last few weeks of episodes, I should say. And a couple of other people like D-Man and whatnot, they're talking about, hey, why doesn't she join? Why don't they get to see her? She's like, okay, but you got to pay.
Oh.
So basically, every episode, if she, this is her doing, super chats to at least $150 to get her in. That's what she said. She started at $5. I was like, that's nuts.
500.
I was like, that's nuts. No one's going to pay $500. No matter what, they ain't going to pay $500. And she's like, okay, what about half that? I'm like, it's still
a lot, but you know what? Like, yeah, if you guys want to see her that bad on the stream, then you got to pay up. I think that's fair.
So 150, and I was like, okay. Okay. Well, we could do 150, and she's like, all right, for 5 minutes. I'm like, hey, no, they're gonna want at least a good 30 minutes.
You're gonna get a refund real quick on that.
Gonna want at least a good 30 minutes.
Oh man.
So now that everybody who is here, but people have gone and come and all that other stuff, and people are going to listen to it on Spotify.
Yeah.
So whoever's listening to this later on Spotify, make sure you come into the live stream, and then by the end of the night, if it's $150, then you'll see her the next week.
Yeah.
And then
That
that's her thing. And if every week, if we don't make it, then you don't get to see her. So they're going to be
set the standard and the price high, man.
Hey, she wanted it 500. I was like,
500's a lot, dude.
yeah, I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So, but, dude, I'm so glad you, were back. Last week I got so awkward near the end when I didn't know what to talk about and I was rambling on, and then the chat kind of died for a bit, for like maybe like 5 minutes, and I'm like, just starting to pull stuff out my butt, and then they all started talking again, and they're like, you really do miss Nick? I'm like, yes.
I'll watch it. You know, I'll be watching it this weekend, dude, when I have some free time. You know.
No, you don't need to. It's cringe. It's like ultra cringe. It's by fine, ultra cringe. Yes, it means stop screen. Yeah, there we go. So, yep. But one good thing is it does sound good on Spotify.
I'm glad.
The only thing is we will pull up a couple of things. That's why I had to make sure I read everything. Now, when we are pulling up certain articles or making references, we just have to explain it so people, when they are listening on Spotify, because people are saying they are, like Cody and Dave, I think both said they subbed over there. I don't know how to tell. I haven't looked it up. I just do it just for them. And if people want to listen, great. You know, I can't listen to myself like that. It sounds kind of weird.
I can't do that either. It's self-masteration. You know what I'm saying? Mix self-masteration.
Isn't that redundant?
Yeah, I'm looking if we're on search results yet. Podcast, Spotify.
The first week, I couldn't find it. So
yeah, it takes a while to pop up. Ready to start. Red Bandana Gaming. Do you have it? Did you update the website?
It's not under Red Bandana Gaming. It's just under REDE2START podcast.
On Spotify. Okay, I'll find the link. I'll start putting that in.
And we are classified under gaming.
Okay, good.
So, but like I said, yeah, it didn't come up, but is what it is. And I did have a good time tonight. I'm glad you were able to make it again. I really appreciate this.
Eyes are heavy. Eyes were starting to get heavy during Apex, but I'm like, nope, I'm going to follow through. And and here we are. It's a good time. I like being here. Yeah,
and then next week maybe I can show you some footage or some pictures of MegaCon, and maybe I will have hopefully. So before we call a night, I know that Star Wars series hanging out with Jay for the last few days. I am supposed to meet Star Wars Theory at the con, and maybe Jay will introduce me, or maybe I'll just go through the line. I don't know. We're there. Eric July, Young Rippo is going to be there. We've got Gary from Nerdrotic. There's so many people going to be there. And of course, the Jeremy and Ryan, all the people from Geeks and Gamers. So I'm really looking forward to meeting the guys that I haven't met before, and hopefully, keep fingers crossed, Jay can introduce me to a couple of them. I'm also doing the hangout that Saturday night at Universal. Maybe I can get a little closer to some of the other people and maybe get them on here outside of that. But we'll find out. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and I'm taking a photo with one person, which you're gonna give me some shite for.
I am?
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
Because I'm paying to see her, even though she's woohoo.
Is that supposed to be a hint?
No. Well, it can be as soon as I tell you. There was a show, a web series that started in the middle to late 2000s, and it was called The Guild. Do you know who I'm talking about? She was the lead character on the Guild.
Oh man, no, I don't.
You, Felicia Day. You know who Felicia Day is. We've talked about her. Seriously?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I know
What's
who
with
she
that
is.
face?
I know who
Okay.
she is.
Yeah. Yes. We've talked about her.
How many times though? I haven't
Maybe
heard of
once.
this. I haven't heard of this actress in a long time, dude.
Right. She was also in Supernatural. Awful character in Supernatural. Just awful. And there was another show, I forgot what I saw her in. With what's his name? This is gonna bother me. I'm looking it up right now. This is Nathan Fillion. She was in that movie with Nathan Fillion.
She's not that bad. I don't think she's not that bad. She's fine.
No, I'm trying to remember he was in Castle, but no, there was this movie. What was it called? He was in this movie, and then she was in it with him, and I cannot remember. And this is going to bother the living snot out of me. And I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, wow. She's in a photo in this nice snazzy red dress. She looks great. Ooh, look at this one. She looks really good there.
No.
What
Was it called? Dress. What was that movie called? Does anybody in the okay, it looks like everybody's going to bed.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to we shouldn't have said we were ending it so soon.
You're the one
what was the name of the movie? No, I gotta find it before parties. Percy, Justice, no. Much no. White Noise, Slither, Serenity, Outing, Water, Dracula, Blast. I can't. He was the. Oh wow, Henchman, Night Hunter, Reign of Super. No, okay,
on
television.
the IMDb?
No, I'm on Wikipedia. I know he was in Buffy. The Venture Bros, American Dad, Big Bang Theory, Kroll. No. Oh, why can't I find it? Okay, it was a web show. Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. He was Captain Hammer.
Never heard of it.
It had him, Felicia Day, and what do you call it? Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, so let me pull that up and show that to you really quickly. Let me close. I've got so many things open here. So I'll share screen on the awfulness that is Wikipedia. But you have never seen Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
No.
Oh, you need to watch this. Hands down, you need to watch this.
2008, huh? Musical comedy drama miss.
It sounds weird, but it's freaking hilarious. You need to watch it. Yeah, there you go, D-Man. I just found everything. So, yeah. But, Felicia Day, when she was on the Guild, I had the biggest crush on her, and my wife thinks it's hilarious. So she said,
she's pretty. Okay. Felicia Day is a very pretty woman. I see some pictures on the images, and she has a very good taste in dresses.
And this was like 20 years ago when the Guild came out, I think. It was like 2004, 2006, somewhere between there. Maybe a little later, 2008. I don't know, but mid 2000s. So long time ago in a galaxy far, far away in another life.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right. And it was only like $60 to take a photo. So she was like one of the cheaper ones. It was going to be that or Rainn Wilson, Dwight from The Office.
Mm-hmm.
He was 115. Or the entire cast of Back to the Future, because just Michael J. Fox and just Christopher Lloyd were sold out. Do you know how much the entire cast was?
$500.
You're funny.
How much? $1,500?
Close. $1,115 for a photo with the four of them. I was
I'm
like,
good.
yeah, you know what I could do with that kind of money?
Yeah, I could do a lot.
They're celebrities. They're all awesome. I love the movies.
But they're also
But-
just people. They're just people.
Yeah. 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 Old people. But yeah.
At this point now.
So I'll show you guys video. I'll show you pictures. I'll send you pictures while I'm there. So you're like, I'm like, dude, look who I'm with. Dude. You're gonna be like,
I'll be
dude,
working.
stop
You're going
texting me.
Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I
I'm
work
going to be
Saturdays.
there all day Saturday.
I'll
I'm going to be
I'll
there
working.
until it closes and then jump to Universal to hang out with the Geeks and Gamers guys.
That's going to be awesome. That's going to be a great time.
Yep. Hope so. And then maybe next year.
We'll work on it.
Maybe
I
next
should have
year.
some money. I plan on it.
You should have a couple bucks, about $20
I'll
next year.
have a couple $2-3 by next year for sure.
And then who knows? Hopefully the economy will be in a better state by that time next year.
Boy.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But with that being said, oh yeah, that's right. We're streaming on X too. I forgot about that. So that's right. Everybody, you can watch us here on YouTube live or on X, but we prefer watching live on YouTube so you can chat with us. And afterwards, you can listen to it on Spotify. Where
I'm gonna find
we'll
that
have
link and
3
start
episodes
putting. I'm gonna start putting the link in the description on these videos. So
I should do that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have the link up on one of the community posts, but yeah, I'll do that. But like I said, I really did this just for our regulars who keep asking for it. So who want to listen to it later. So his name is, who is this? Wait, what are we doing? A good artist friend of mine will be there. His name is Starseeker Design. If you mention that you know D-Man, D-Man, he know me? His art is all, okay. I'll look for him and I'll mention, hey, do you know D-Man? Because he says,
whisper it in his ear, look into his eyes and whisper it to him. Hey,
do you know D-Man? He told me to say he wants to give you his D-Man.
D-Man. You gotta pause. You gotta pause in between it.
D-Man.
Yeah, there you go.
And then just go back to normal and
Just walk away.
Just enough to freak him out.
And dude be like, what?
So, but wait, he's from Michigan. Gosh, don't say that. You know what? Now, just because you said gosh, don't say that, I'm definitely going to say that. It's like, do you know D-Man? He told me, here's the D, man. Or something like that. Something really creepy, and then walk away just like that. Oh. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I
maybe I can own it better. Maybe I could, if I were to do it in person, I could say something cringy and own it,
like,
walk away. I'm not going to demonstrate it. It's all popo. It's in the moment, dude.
You're talking like this. We're going to do some AMS. What is it? ASMR. Well, you have to do this. It's the way people are doing this. Okay, that's going to sound terrible.
What a crock those ASMR streamers are.
I don't even know what it is.
Go look up Tony Bamboni, dude.
Why? It's people whispering into a mic. The last time I saw him, like, what is this? I don't get it.
Grifters, bro. Grifters, like vast majority of content creators. Anyways, so.
You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hey, let's do an NFT.
We are content creators, but hey, at least we are self-aware.
And we're not making you go buy a bunch of NFTs and pumping them up and then dumping them. Well, partly,
No, but we would like if you bought T-shirts and then took pictures and posted them on your social media and then tagged us, and then we'll repost them. Because I don't mention T-shirts enough, and apparently that's what you're supposed to do if you want people to buy T-shirts. You got to just constantly mention it. But I'm like, if people want to buy my shirts, they'll buy our shirts. I'm just one of those.
I agree. So I'm like that too.
I'm like, buy my crap, man. No. So, but with that being said, we're going to call it a night. Thank you so much. Anything you want to say, Nick, before we go? That's some news. Of course it is. That was a lot of news. That wasn't some news. That was a lot of news. That was a lot of news. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching on X. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for listening to this on Spotify, if you are listening to this on Spotify. And remember, every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, live-ish. We're alive. I mean, we're not totally alive.
We were here. We were on at 8 o'clock. We were on.
Yeah, we were here. We were just talking. We're like, okay, we could go live now, but we're like, whatever. We'll make them wait. Or like Skeletor says, let them rot. Let them rot. Okay, if you know what, well, I just said it. That was from the He-Man movie, a line from the He-Man movie. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this podcast. And don't just subscribe here. Make sure you subscribe to Nick's channel. We got to get him to 2K. Like, now.
Yeah, dude. I was trying to get to 2K in December, but, but Bacardi and Cola. I'll get there eventually.
You will. You will. I'm on my way to 10K. He's on his way to 2K. And then we'll be in, like, the case.
We'll be in the case.
We're already in case. We're MK.
We're MK. Oh, God. That was...
Okay. Good night, everybody. And like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.